All right, we're live at the Twitch stream. For those who are new, this is, second time on YouTube. We're trying to make this a little more solid, a little more, I don't know, it's definitely not professional, so that's not the adjective I'm looking for. But I'm going to read questions off the Twitch chat. I'm going to give you some insights, probably find some bets, definitely drink some White Claws, and play some beats. Got to get the beats going. Hang on. Royalty free, by the way. Don't get on my ass, YouTube. Boom. All right, here we go. First and foremost, thank you guys for coming through. Clausitz. Oh, yes. Clausitz is on point. Cooler, bro. I don't fuck around, Sam. You already know. For those who just started the stream, but got my trusty cooler here. This thing has seen a lot. Let's just say that. We'll end it there. Rooktis. Surprised you're not on Homo over Wiesberger. The problem I have with Max this week is that you're going to need a putt here. And that dude, as we saw, fucking sucks at putting, man. It was absolutely infuriating watching him try and make 6-footers this week or last week. If he could the dude had 3 10-footers to get to 18, and we're looking at a whole different golf tournament. So I did some little research. I didn't go too far back. I went back as far as I wanted. Last 3 years at TPC Southwind, there's only been 2 players who have made a top 10 and lost a stroke or more putting at the same time. And we're talking, 40, 50 guys if you count not 50, 40 guys if you count top 10 and ties. And you're looking at 2 who lost strokes and did that. So you're going to need to gain some strokes to be successful here. So you won't see me on a lot of bad putters. But that's why Wiesberger has a pretty all-around game, although that motherfucker is not the 30th best player in the world. He's not even the 30th best player in this fucking field. So there you go. B-, no outright, on Reed. It was Reed, Brooks, or Bryson. Like, that was my decision that I had to make, and I really like the way Bryson sets up for this golf course. One of the best putters on tour. Right now, he's 5th in putting. Last year, he was 9th. And obviously, the best driver on tour. So I went with Bryson over Reed. And honestly, my numbers don't ever like Reed because he's not a great ball striker. But he can get hot. He can, when he's hot, he can hit it with anyone. We've seen that plenty of times, and he'll make any putt within 20 feet. He'll start getting in the zone. Should have looked like a hula hoop out there. So that's kind of the reasoning for that. Brett Swag Daddy, how's Phil doing this week? I don't think Phil's doing well this week. Phil has not shown much with the putter, and you're going to need that. And I'm just afraid that he's going to be spraying it all over the place. And you're going to need, you don't necessarily have to hit fairways. You just can't miss them badly. And he's just, I don't know, I haven't seen much from him. He shows glimpses, but Single entry DFS. Let me go. Actually, you know what? That's what I haven't done is open up my DFS. So I'm sure I'll get some more DFS questions. So let me just hop in to a little DFS. Fangraphs. Oh my God. Used to go there a lot. First time entering a 20 max DFS. No, man. Scuba Steve, that's what you got to do. Max that shit out. But obviously, stay within your limits. Max out. Honestly, the best one to max out, the one I do every week, is the $4 because the Sharks can't get in that. They're not allowed to play in the $5 or higher if you won X amount. So the $4 is my favorite one to max. That's what I max out every week. And then I get into these listener leagues with super low rake, like the Golf Degenerates and the Mayo shit. And that's kind of how I round out. I had a good week last week in DFS. It was actually pretty nice. All right, here we go. Pulling up some DFS. Wow. Fatty is well owned. Okay. Let's see. So at the top of the market, Answer is going to be your highest owned. Then Xander, then my son Morikawa. And then Justin Thomas. Reed, Horschel, Finau, Webb, Matthew Wolff. See, I don't really love any of those guys. So I'm probably going to be contrarian this week. Top of the market, you're looking at a 13% Rahm, a 13% Rory, a 14% Bryson, 12% Cantlay. This is getting spread out here. There must not be very many good middle of the pack plays. Let me look here. I really haven't pulled this up. This is kind of like my time to do this. 12% Woodland, 12% Fleetwood. Those guys have super high floors, make a lot of fucking birdies. Which obviously, in a 4-round DFS, you're going to want birdie makers. A couple bogeys, a bunch of birdies, you're going to get 4 rounds out of them. You just want the guys who are going to make some birds. We'll get into this more, but I'm just kind of looking at it for the first time myself. Kevin Na at 5%. That's going to be a big one for me. Absolutely. Let's see what else we got. I have a lot of Kevin Na. Bubba, 9.9. He's at 9%. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. Let's go down the board a little bit. See, there's just not a lot of value down here. Ryan Palmer, I mean, that's interesting. 4%, 6,700. You getting burned at 2%. I mean, apparently he's the third best player in the world, so he's only 6,500. I don't know. That's kind of strange, but yeah, I mean, I actually don't mind Burn there, to be honest with you. Kokrak, Keegan, I mean, if you want to get into these really shitty putters, but that's not super exciting. Joel Damon at 6.2. Again, he can't putt, but man, he can hit it well enough for 6.2. Kind of like that. Yeah, I'm into those. It's been ran through harder than, yeah, it's been rode hard and put away wet, that cooler, Sammy. Yeah, I tried. 17th hole was an absolute shit show. Marmont 20, what's up, my man? Let's get it this week. OAD for both tourneys. Okay, so OAD, Bezos for both tourneys. So for the WGC, Rory Brooks, X, Hatton, Woodland, Fitz, Hovland, Collin, X. If you have Berger, I really like Berger. Yeah, go ahead and just go Berger if you have him. If you don't have Berger, I think out of that group, not a bad time to use a Hovland. Yeah, probably X. Yeah, probably X would be my guy, but he's going to be super high owned, so it kind of matters where you're at. Let me know where you're at in the standings, Jeff. Yeah, I don't mind Hovland first round. I just wonder if he could get hot enough with the putter to get low enough. I'm just tired of that guy. DFS plays, I'm going to go over those a little bit more, but I kind of ran through a couple there. Cuda, yeah, I mean, for the Cuda, you're just going to look top of the market. Just, one of more Henley. Just be safe. There's no reason to get weird. Cap the Cuda different because it's a points format. Not really. I mean, you just want birdie makers, and it's a fucking easy-ass golf course. So, to be honest with you, it's not. I didn't really take into account the format. I had, last year, my son fucking ruined it. I had the guy, and he was tied for the lead. I can't remember who it was. I think it was it Streelman? I don't remember, but Morikawa made birdie on 17 and 18 to win. I was kind of pissed. My guy was a leader in the clubhouse. What amount of rounds do I usually put in your mixed condition? 24 rounds for me is my starting point in the mixed condition model on Fantasy National. To me, that's the best sample between. Let me turn this shit down. What's going on here? That's the best sample between. There we go. Between short term and long term, and then I go out. Actually, I don't even mess with 12 and 8 particularly, but I'll go to 50, 100 as well because I like the long term. The horses, so to speak. But then when I come up into the smaller stats, I just look at ball striking. I don't look at full stroke gain total because guys who just were hot with the putter for one golf tournament will pop if you go total, like total for 8 or total for 4. I'm not interested in that. I don't want guys who are just fucking getting lucky with the putter. What I do like are guys who are hitting the ball well. So when I look at a shorter sample size, I'll look at ball striking specifically for over 8, over 4, and over 24. And it's a small portion of the model, but I do just like to be able to easily go there, and I think it's important to catch those guys before the market catches on because those are those. If you can continue that ball striking, you typically will have success and then ultimately win. So that's kind of what you're looking for. All right. Steve-O, what up, my man? Good luck to you too, man. Let's get it this week. What do you think is a better top 5, Fleetwood or Hatton? I think it's got to be a Hatton, man. I mean, the guy's just playing great golf right now. I mean, obviously he has the win at the API, which was a stellar field. It's Arnie's event. It wasn't as good as it normally is because it had a weird spot in the schedule this year. But you're looking at a 4th, a 3rd, a 1st, and a 6th in his last 4 events. And you're looking at Fleetwood's coming off a miscut who looked really shitty. Fleetwood could get hot. Don't get me wrong; he's a great player, but I think Hatton's a better top 5 bet than Fleetwood. Hot boy soup. What's up, my man? Homa get a chance to win? No, but I have a top 20 bet on him. But he can't win with that putter. Not here. He could have won last week, but this won't quite do it for him. I don't think. It feels just a little bit too strong. You're gonna have to be I just don't see how it gets away from the top of the market. I don't even like a field bet. I'm not really into that either. All right, round 2. Let me run some full tournament head-to-heads. Hatton versus DJ, Bryson versus JT. Yeah, Hatton versus DJ is absolutely a fucking play. I mean, I have that, so and that I'm thinking of upping that to 2 units. To be honest with you, I haven't seen the movement on it. Let's see. I bet it at. Oh no, I heard it's already a 2-unit bet for me. Laying the wood, laying the stroke and a half at plus at even money, and then Bryson versus JT. You know, I don't mind that number. I make Bryson the favorite here, and in a head-to-head, he's a slight favorite to JT, and you're getting plus money on it. I think that's a perfectly fine bet. I'm not super excited to pick on JT. He's one of the best players. To me, I have him as like the 3rd best player in the world. So, you know, you're looking at who I have as number 1 and who I have as number 3 going head-to-head. Like, there's just easier targets, but I think the number could be wrong. Is wrong for sure. Damn, Bezos Burger at Memorial. That's not good. Okay. Well, if you use Burger at the Memorial, then you're pretty fucked. You're probably not like in a super great position. So, I would swing for the fences. Fuck, you're gonna want to save Rory. If it goes all the way until like the end of the year? Or if it stops at the Tour Championship. Those are 2 completely different things. If it stops at the Tour Championship, you got to start using some of these high-end guys. Not Brooks, but a Rory, and even Collins solid here, or a Hatton. I would say it's between Rory, X, and Hatton for you. Yeah, I like X this week a lot, but I'm afraid that everyone's going to be on him. So that's your only problem there. Take a look at who's around you. Don't have Neiman Poston round 1. Neiman Poulter? No, not Neiman Poulter. That Neiman play where Poston is just as much of a fade of Poston, who hasn't been able to hit the ball with those irons. I don't think he's a good putter. He's a very good putter. He's one of the best on tour, actually. But I'm not sure it's going to be good enough to counteract his iron play. And all Neiman has to do is gain a couple of strokes driving, a couple of strokes off the approach, and that can counteract any bad putting he's bound to happen because he fucking sucks at it. So that's just as much as I'll play on Poston. Poulter, on the other hand, superb short game. He's like a Reed Light, man. Like, he's not, his floor is really high on a tournament like this, where guys are going to miss a lot of greens. They're small greens. They're not hit very regularly. I mean, even the best players are only going to hit 60% of them. So you're going to need a little scrambling action, and Poulter's wonderful at that. So I'm not into Neiman over Poulter. If anything, I'd look the other way, to be honest with you. JT having Bones on the back this week instead of Jimmy having... No, I don't think so. Bones is a fucking vet, dude. I don't think at all. I don't think it has a negative impact. For all I know, everyone loves Bones, dude. So I think it's fine. Max bet drone play. Yeah, wobbly, full tournament, Hatton DJ. I have 2 units on that motherfucker, so let's get it. Yeah, so point guard Rondo, there's no cut this week. So, a lot of times you will get that. Haven had two great bets last week with EVR and Brooks missing the cut, but no cut event. So, yeah, NL Hernandez, Fangraphs. Like, I use Fangraphs so often that when I just type in fan, it goes straight to Fangraphs instead of fan share. So, it happens to me with a bunch of fucking websites. Like, I have YouTube TV, so I use that a lot. But then when I want to go to YouTube, I'll just type in you and then click, and it'll go right to YouTube TV. It fucking pisses me off. Real golf is back, baby. Bryson! D-Sham over round 1. Again, any D-Sham dog is a bet I would consider. I have enough exposure on him. I don't really need to get more going on him. I make him a favorite over anyone. I have him as the best golfer in this field. I have him as a favorite. Now, again, I think there's a lot lower fruit. My edges aren't that big at the top. They're a lot bigger as we go down the board. So they're not big enough edges for me to actually bet because I don't make them like an overwhelming favorite over Rahm, JT, or Rory. A favorite, but it's not. It's not what I'm looking to pick on. Let's just say that. Tiger Price, no, it's not Ricky Fowler's week. There is no week on the calendar that is Ricky Fowler's week. He has to be able to fucking back into a win. Like, I don't know. Last year, I always get him confused whether it's the desert or the Phoenix event. I'm pretty sure it was the desert event. But he basically shits the bed and everyone else shits it harder, and that's how he wins. Or he goes insanely low, gets in the clubhouse, and everyone else folds. So the guy, there's no week for Ricky. ESPN Plus for the PGA, I'm going to fucking find an illegal feed, baby. So ESPN Plus can S my D. If guess what? If I can't find an illegal play, I'll just buy ESPN Plus. So I'm not that big of a badass. How Tong top 40? Fucking How Tong, man. This guy, he's like an enigma, bro. Like, I'm gonna look his ass up. Cause everyone was on this guy's jock last year, and he hits it a fucking mile. Good ball striker. But he never does anything. Like he's played doesn't have a lot of sample over here. Even the WGCs, he was 20th last year, 24th at the HSBC. He's a good player. I just kind of wonder why he won't come and play some PGA events. It's strange to me. Top 40 at plus 200? Man, that's wild. He just has to beat half the field, and you're getting 33%? Like, yeah, that's a bet, Raquith Goosen. How Tong, yeah, top 40. I don't have that market, but that seems wrong. Burger Future 66 U.S. Open is a bet, M. Jones. Absolutely. I fucking love him there. I have him, for the U.S. Open, I have him like 120 to 1. A couple of my connections, my guys hooked me up with that one. But, yeah, love him there. Cantlay at 30 to 1? Cam J, I'm guessing that's like a boost or something. But, yeah, play the fuck out of that. 3-ball. Hatton. How are you getting, Z Smith, how are you getting 3 balls? They go off in twosomes. Hatton over DJ and Lowry? Yes. Plus 135? Yes. I'm pretty sure they're going off. Are they going off in threesomes? I thought they almost always go off in twosomes here. WGC tee times. Let me look. I could have swore. That's why I hit the card with no 3 balls. Because I could have swore the WGCs, they always go off in twosomes. All right, let's see here. I could be a complete fucking idiot. It's actually super likely that I'm just a fucking dipshit. Holy fuck, they go off in threesomes. So I have a whole. I thought I was done capping this bitch. I have a whole fucking. I have more. Well, guess what, boys? We're getting exclusive Twitch exclusives today. I'm gonna have to. Fuck. God damn it, dude. What an idiot. I could have swore they went off in fucking twosomes because there's a small field. What a fucking dumbass. Jesus, my bad, guys. All right, here we go. Well, that's okay. That's all right for everyone else because we're going to fucking cap this bitch right now. This is exclusive shit right here. I know these questions are going to add up, but we got to hit these before. Hang on. Let me just see if they're open yet on my local where I love to just pick away at this idiot. Let's see. There they are, 3 balls. Well, fuck me, man. Okay, I'm going to get caught up in the chat, and we're going to do that at the very end. That's fucking... Fuck. Gosh dang it. This pisses me off. Hatton over DJ and Lowry. Plus 135. That's a bet. I'm going to go find that one right now. I'm all pissed off. Plus 130. That's fine, too. Boom. Bet. Keep these coming. If you guys see something you like, put them in the chat. We're going to make bets right now. Boom. Hatton 3-ball. Bet it. I'm going to mark it down here. 3 balls have been sexy this year, too. Looking at a 17% ROI on 3 balls, 18 units up. So that's a good thing. Hatton, boom. All right, what's next? I see some more. Bryson, 160 Rahm and Fowler. Yeah, fuck yeah. I love that. Bryson, yes. 160. What? That's crazy. They really have Rahm that big of a fucking... That's wild to me. Well, yeah, right here, 160. Boom. Bet that shit. Another one. Keep them coming. That's a bet. Absolutely. Fowler's irrelevant. Fowler's not beating them. It's a great group, though. How fun will that be to watch? I can't wait to get up in the morning. Fucking awesome. I love these shit. There's someone behind me? Oh, shit. Who's behind me, Brett? No. DJ, what's up, my man? OAD goes through the end of the year, 2 weeks after the Masters, Jeff Bezos. Okay. Everyone, this segment has used X. Yeah, go roll with X. You're good there. How long do I hit an 8-iron? I hit an 8-iron 170 with my new irons that I sent back because I had too stiff of a shaft in them. So right now I hit my 8-iron 160 because I have clubs from 2002. And I suck right now. Amateur Jack Dawson. I don't have any fucking clue about Jack Dawson, Brett. You're going over my head here. Woodland, minus 1.5. Plus, a lot of guys have that Woodland over Fowler bet. And I don't know what it is. I'm just not super overly excited to pick on Ricky. I feel like he is kind of starting to turn it around. I absolutely don't mind picking on him with the best golfer in the world right now. I mean, that's just a fucking no-brainer. But let's just dive into Ricky because I couldn't get behind it. And the way that Woodland's driving the golf ball, I feel like his floor is so fucking low, man. Because, I mean, he can't gain strokes with that fucking thing, which is insane because he used to be one of the best. So, yeah, I mean, you're looking at a work day where, Ricky's lost fucking approach, man. He sucks. I might have to revisit that one. I'm going to make a note. So, yeah, I'm going to make a note on that Woodland over Ricky. A lot of guys. All right, Alex. Homa over Todd and Bayo, 160 over fucking Tude and Bayo. Let's see. Bayo can't putt either, and Hatton's a better. Yeah, Homa over Tude and Bayo? Yeah, fuck yeah. That's a bet. Dude, hell yeah. Plus 150, yeah. Well, okay. RCB can't putt, and Homa's a better ball striker, and Tude can't hit his irons. He's a solid putter, but he's so short off the tee that he's that's a bet. 150, yeah, no doubt. No doubt in my mind. That's a wonderful bet. I love where your head is. I haven't bet any of these, so I'm just such a fucking idiot for so dumb. Twitch exclusives. All right, let me. I'm just trying to make sure I get these in here so that I know what I bet. Boom. Pan Top Asian. No, sorry. 145 on FanDuel for that Hatton 3-ball. I love that shit. Answer over Fowler full tournament. No, I'm gonna wait and see on answer. I would prefer Woodland to answer. Basinhu over On and Damon. I'm not fading my boy Joel Damon. No way, man. Too good of a ball striker. Mitchie, Garcia over Stinson. Nah. You got to wait and see what you have from Stinson here, man. He's a wonderful player. This course actually sets up really well for him. I'm just waiting and see. We don't have a very good sample with him. He popped super high on my model because of how good he played prior to the suspension. Haven't seen enough from him post, but I'm not really trying to pick on him. MJ Sydney, what's up, buddy? How we doing? Good to see you too, man. That's going to be Homa over RCB and Tude for that 3-ball. Wow, I caught up. That was cool. That was quick. Bogey-free round? No, not on this golf course. No way. That's almost impossible. This is a really difficult track. All right, we're caught up. So I'm going to go over these 3-balls. I'm just gonna work through all of them. I mean, whatever. I'll hit the. I'll give you my thoughts on every single one. This would be like how I would cap them normally, but it'll be just right now. Hughes, Lewis, and Tom and Sean Norris. Ugh. Bradley over Phil and Taylor is 175. I love that. I'm already on Bradley over Phil. Vaughn Taylor hasn't made a fucking cut. Or no, Nick Taylor. Yeah, I'm seeing 160. Yeah, that's a bet. Bradley over, yes, that's absolutely a bet. I already have Bradley over Phil. I did Nick Taylor's bitch ass, and we're getting a plus 160 over it. Are you kidding me? No brainer. Nick Taylor sucks. I guess he won, so. Bradley, yeah, bet that. Love it. Good shit. Woodland over Day. Not picking on Day. He actually shows a pretty good ball striking, Mitchie. I'm hanging out on Day. Who I like to win the NBA? Yeah, those guys are solid, man. Check out the Net Worth boys. They're fucking good. They're really sharp dudes. I mean, it's gotta be the Lakers. Lakers are nothing. I'm a Kobe guy, not really a LeBron guy, but yeah, it's gotta be the Lakers. Clips are obviously solid. I don't know. It's those guys. Until Giannis can consistently knock down a three, they can't win the NBA championship. Got to shoot like at least 34% in a playoff series. All right, Hughes, Lewis, and Norris. So the first thing, let's see. I think I'd probably land on Hughes as a favorite. Norris is awful. Hughes and then Lewis is bad too, but not too much. Yeah, that's if anything, I'd be on Lewis there, but I'm not super excited to get involved with that guy, that blimey Brit. Let's see where we're at. They make Hughes a decent favorite. Bradley, what the fuck is DK doing, mailman? 200 in that 3-ball? That's wild. Huh. Cam J, top 20 bets? Absolutely, man. Middle of the board. Look, there's 58 guys in this field, 78 guys in this field. So top 20, you're looking at, you only have to beat 75% of the field rather than normally you have to beat like 85 to 90% of the field. So yeah, you're looking at top 20 middle of the board for sure. Mostly looking at Homa, Answer. The guys who are good ball strikers, all they have to do is just break even putting, and they're going to top 20. Like, those are the guys I'm looking at. Homa, Answer, Neiman are my favorite. I think I have bets on 2 of those guys. If you want to go deeper into the board, Damon. Let me see. Let me give you some other guys deeper. Corey Connors is a good one. Streelman's a good one. Even a Ryan Palmer, Scotty Scheffler. Yeah, go deep into that board. Grab yourself some plus 300s on those T20s. Hatton over DJ, Hatton over Decky, Hatton over Fitz, all for a tournament. I don't like the Hatton over Fitz. That's the only one I'm not super interested in. I think the other, Hatton should not be even, or pick him to Decky. I don't think I have that offered, because if I did, I would probably bet that. Let me look. But yeah, I'm liking all those, to be honest with you. Just not the Hatton Decky. Man, that's crazy. DK has, that's crazy. They have him favored. That's wild to me. Insane. All right, Landry, Matt Jones, and some guy named Soderberg, who I have no fucking clue who that is. I just know that I'm never landing on Matt Jones or Landry in a field like this. They're by far the 2 worst guys, so that's just a full stay away. Honestly, if I were to bet that, I'd bet this guy who I've never fucking heard of before in my life. Sebastian Soderberg. Let's Google this idiot. Probably some Euro guy who just fucking is going to get DFL. TBC, let's see. Yeah, he's a Swede. Played at Coastal Carolina. He won twice? What the fuck? I mean, he's 29, dude. I mean, if you're 29, I've never heard of you. You fucking suck. Hatton, Morikawa, Hovland, Reed, all top 20. So you can't make those bets, my man, because if one hits, it makes the other one less likely, right? So we call it the Polish correlation. You can't bet those in terms of like a parlay. Even betting as many top 20s as I do is probably, there's an argument it's not smart. Homa and Connors are the only bets that I made top 20, yes, but I think there's other guys who are viable. I just wanted to go up the market with Reed for my exposure in that market, or in the derivative markets. So that was my thought process. M. Jones, yeah, I am a little bit, in terms of approaching DFS this week, I'm looking for birdie guys. I want guys who make a lot of birdies. All these guys are going to make a lot of bogeys. You don't need, there's no cut, right? So if a dude shoots 74, and then, normally that would pretty much fuck you in a birdie fest, but then if he goes out and shoots 63 on one of the 4 rounds, you love him, right? So you're really looking for guys who can get it going. A Fleetwood, a Finau, where I would only have them at DFS because they're cut makers, but you just want the guys who can get hot and go low. Really, I mean, that's my. If I'm looking at capping the tournament, I'm looking for guys who have good short games, who are going to be able to get up and down. Like a Reed, I'm not playing a Reed DFS because he's like a par maker. I'm not playing a Kuchar or those kind of guys DFS because they're going to use their short game to make a lot of pars. Now, I'm looking at the high upside guys. First round score groups all over. Light wind and rain tomorrow. I haven't looked at the forecast, Donnie Baseball, so that's a good idea. DJ over is, at this point, the dude shot 80 WD. Like, let's just call it what it is, man. Like, that's fucking bad. So, I love that. DJ over is a must bet. I know I'm not like fucking, it's not like groundbreaking analysis here, but 80 WD. That's not good. Part 3s, yes, no. Let's look at them. 195, the 8th hardest hole in the course, number 4. That's a check for the no. 173, the 13th hardest hole in the course, played under par. Ooh, that's a check for the yes. 160, 11th hardest hole in the golf course. That's a fucking awesome yes check. And then 212, 5th hardest hole in the course. That's a no. So all together, yes, 190 sounds amazing. Well, fuck, but you got to think, 78-man field, a smaller field. You're looking at half the guys in the field. You'd have to run some numbers on this one, Bezos. You're looking at, normal fields are 130, 140. You're getting 80. So you're getting, 40% less. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. You have less bullets in the gun, so to speak. But man, you gotta think someone can cash in on a 160-yard hole. I mean, they're gonna be hitting wedges into that thing. Doesn't play overly easy. It didn't play under par, so I wonder if the greens are gnarly on it. I think it's a yes or no bet on that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lay that fucking juice on it. No, hell no. It's a yes or nothing. All right, mailman. Betting strategy. If all three guys are plus money in a 3-ball, and you think one of the three have zero chance at winning, do you ever just bet the other two? No, I don't. It's an interesting strategy. I've never really considered it. I mean, yeah. And if they tie, what happens? So if they tie, you're gonna split. You're gonna lose half of both bets, and then you'll apply half, so you basically break even. I mean, it's not like a terrible idea. You know what you should do on? I think, is it 5 Dimes? Even though I would never tell you to fucking bet there because it's an absolute piece of shit book, garbage. They have in their 3-balls. They also have like not X or so you can actually just bet. You can lay a number and you get the other two against the guy, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if you laid money on both, and then I guess it'd be a small profit. But yeah, I don't know. I've never really considered it. I don't mind the idea by any means. Nick Taylor, Phil Mickelson, Keegan Bradley in a 3-ball. We already have a Keegan Bradley bet at plus 160. That's insane. Insane. Full payout for a 3-ball where my guy tied for the best score. That is not Jeff Bezos. If you get a full payout on a 3-ball, that should be your highest stake of any bet you have every single week. Like, that is insane. If you get a tie full pay, I mean, I'm just gonna go through. No, I'm just gonna hold on. I'll just go through my 3-balls this year. It's fucking insane, and it might be an error, but honestly, I've heard of locals. You're not the first person to bring this up, so I don't know. I don't think it's an error. I've had probably 7 or 8. Shit, one week I had 3 ties in 1 week. I mean, you're looking at basically a break-even profit on 3 ties. You make a little bit if you bet plus money, but if it's less than 0.5 units if they tie. So I mean, that's got to be the biggest stake you have, honest to God truth. And especially if you're following my 3-balls, I'm up 18 with ties basically being a wash. You'd be up 30 units on 3-balls this year, easily. You have the head-to-head on over Benihana. Bezos in 130 and his 3-ball over Benihana and Damon. I love the fucking nicknames. I'm not gonna fade Damon in that 3-ball. That Damon scares me there. Good question though, Z Smith. Benihana. So racist. All right, late to the party. Apologies, T-Hold. You never apologize. I'm happy to see you. Here we go. I find the top of the market interesting this week. You're looking at Rahm and Rory at 13%. You're looking at Bryson at 14%. Honestly, there must not be a lot of guys, a lot of touts speaking a stars and scrub approach, because when you see everyone's under 20%. So basically they're spreading out that price range from 11.4 at Rahm to the first to 9.4 at Hovland, and they're all 14% or higher. So that means that you're just getting balanced lineups and not a lot of stars and scrub stuff. But I like Brooks at 9.5 ownership. At the top, I think you should go straight to the top. Rahm, Rory, Bryson. JT's higher owned than all of them, so I'm over that. Xander, I will not have a Xander share. He's 18%. You can have that. Rather than Xander, I'll either bump up to Cantlay at 12%, or I'd even go all the way down to Brooks. Fitzpatrick at 11% is interesting. The betting market loves him. I guess the DFS guys don't. He's priced there like he's going to win this week. So Decky at 9 is interesting, man. If he can't putt though. I mean, that's kind of, but he can get it going. He can go low. Which, I mean, you're looking at a week where if Decky just gains a stroke putting, he'll fucking destroy people. It's not going to happen, but if he does, and he'll make a lot of birdies. Decky will make a lot of birdies, especially on these par 5s. Rather easy. I'm even sorry to see Deck make an eagle this week, actually. So, I mean, going down the list, I don't really like no Gary, no Answer. Answer, that's too expensive. I don't at 20%, Answer will not be on any of my teams. I'm not into Sergio. I actually think a 6% Jason Day is interesting. He's actually been hitting it pretty well. And you're going to need good short game here. So, I mean, he's a perfect guy for that. Doesn't make a ton of birdies, though. So, that is a downfall to him. Continuing on here. I mean, Kevin Na at 5% is my favorite play, by far. I love Na this week. The guy can get it going in multiple ways. He's wonderful around the greens. Excellent off the tee somehow. If he can get his irons going, hit it close. I love Na. 5% Na at 7,500 is by far my favorite play. That's a wild play. And you get Neiman at 11. Bro, I would take Na over Neiman in 3 fucking seconds heads up. If it was a pick 'em, I would lay, I don't even know what I make the number, but I would lay probably minus 130, minus 140, and you're getting at the same price, and you're getting a 5% Na and a fucking 11% Neiman. Are these fucking touts really, they think Neiman here? Like, what? The dude can't putt. I like him for a top 20, but that's to beat, a quarter of the, 2/3 of the field. It's wild. Totally wild. Moving down, Homa, High-Owns. Honestly, this is a perfect Danny Willett course at 3%. I will absolutely be pounding Willett at 3%. Wonderful at these hard tracks. That's kind of his thing. Remember the fucking Masters he won? I think what did he win? Like 8 or 9 under? Perfect place for him. I can't believe these fucking tout guys. They were literally telling you that a guy like Max Homa, who I love, that's my dude. He's not as good as Willett here. There's no way. I would fade him with Willett. Absolutely. It's a good Kisner track. He's only 5%. I mean, there's some guys down here in the lower tier that I really like. Basenhoot, awful off the tee. But, other than that, a really strong game, 3%. I mean, there must be nobody advocating for these guys down low. I mean, you're looking at Matt Wallace at 11% and Ches Reavie at 12%. Motherfucker, I'll take Palmer and Basenhoot at 4 and 3 over those guys any day of the week. I like Wallace, don't get me wrong. He sets up well for him, but 10% at 6,700? That's fucking sketchy. Byrne at 2%, honestly, apparently he's the 30th best golfer in the world according to World Golf Rankings. Why is he 2% and 6.5K? Strange. But I don't mind him down there at all. I like him better than Benny On, I'll tell you that right now. 100% at the same price. Wild. I'm just looking at this for the first time. It's kind of crazy. And then as we're going down, I mean, Keegan, I love Joel Damon at 62. He's getting some love, but, 6%, that's not a big deal. And then, after that, I think Damon's probably, even Hautong at 61 at 2%. I mean, that's your limit. That's by far the bottom of the barrel. You don't want to go for any of these other dudes. Don't let anyone even fucking fool you down below. But yeah, I mean, Hautong, the guy has 2 top 30s WGCs. So that's what I'm looking at. That's my DK overview. Thanks for coming through, T-Hole. Appreciate it, man. Homa, Wolf, and Grace round 1 last week. It was, yeah. They were in the same group, so it was absolutely that last week on Bet Online. Golfer man, that's a good question. Reed first round leader, Hovland over Reed head to head. My numbers, honestly, got true. It is interesting. I wouldn't have done it that way if I had done it again. But I made the Hovland bet a long time ago. I made the Reed bet recently. So my numbers have an edge on Hovland there pretty substantially, and he's a dog. So I have him as like a minus 130 favorite just on my numbers. Now the problem is and what I know about my model specifically is it puts a higher emphasis on ball striking. So with Reed, his ceiling is just way higher, right? And so in terms of a first-round leader, if he can gain 4 strokes ball striking tomorrow, the fact he's such a good putter and so good around the greens, it makes his ceiling insanely high. So I wouldn't have a Hovland first-round leader because I don't think he can putt well enough to ever get there. But Reed, on the other hand, because of his skill set and obviously his pedigree, he's fucking won 8 times on tour. I like him in that market specifically. If you take their names off of it and you just put their numbers aside, that's how I would bet it. So I put Reed as a last minute addition to the first round leader market. The Hovland thing is just my pure numbers make him a favorite. And in one round, Hovland, the guy's going to shoot under par. His floor is so high. I really like him in a one round matchup. But again, Reed's ceiling is higher. I know that's really contradictory. I wish I hadn't put that on there, to be honest with you. It was a mistake on my part. But yeah, I'm going to roll with it. It is what it is. Can't win them both, right? So there you go. So you got back. So the way the 3 balls work is that you basically lose half your bet. You should lose half your bet. Let's say you bet a unit, right, on plus 100. You should lose half your bet, and then the other half gets applied to the plus 100, right? So, your 0.5 units on plus 100, which means you basically break even. You see what I'm saying? So and then you obviously get that other 0.5 back, which is why you're breaking even on that plus 100 bet. That's how it should work on those 3 balls. Weird strategies. My book has R1 head-to-head matchup draws at 9. No, don't bet those. The hold on those is so high. You can't bet that. Those draw numbers. That's kind of wild. That'd be interesting, though. Webb's ownership on DK, he's in that 14%. Yeah, 15%. Profit boost. Hey, good call on that, Z Trooper. There's a lot of boosts on these U.S. local books. DK and FanDuel offering crazy boosts. I told the guy he could boost the Reed up to like 3-1, the top 20 or some shit. Like, it was pretty crazy. So yeah, 30% on DraftKings. Hatton into minus 125 into plus 105. Yeah, I mean, that's fucking awesome. Didn't play any of the Bryson Masters camp. I do make him a favorite to all those guys, but ultimately, I don't like picking on the top of the market, especially when I have enough exposure on full tournaments. I need a reason to pick on one of those guys, and ultimately, that's where, even though my numbers say this is a bet, I like to put the fact that I just watch a lot of golf and I know golf, and this course sets up well for all these guys. There's no real way to differentiate them. Again, numbers make Bryson favorites, but that's where I'll just, that's numbers is a starting spot, right? That's not my end all be all. I don't have to pick on those guys if you don't want to. That's the nice thing. You don't have to bet against them. You don't have to bet on them, right? You get to choose. So that's why I didn't put Bryson in any matchups. Also, I really do love his upside here, though. So that's why ultimately I have a bet on him full tournament. Burger 70, Hatton 66, Woodland 60, Hovland 50. RU Hoops 21, man. PGA, I'm going to have more content than you know what the fuck to do with, man. I literally played it 3 days before they shut it down. I took detailed notes on every single hole. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be difficult. I'm a decent golfer. I'm anywhere from a 3 to a 6 handicap given how I'm playing and what kind of money's at stake. The worst round I've played in over 3 years of golf. I shot 88. And it was a generous 88 because, I can only take doubles. I can't take, it's not like I'm playing a tournament. The handicap system doesn't allow you to just make a fucking 12 because I would have probably. So keep that in mind. It was a really bad round. And so it's hard, man. It's hard and it could blow. The weather's going to be a huge factor. It just really depends. When we played, and I have videos of it, it was blowing 25 with 40-mile-an-hour gusts. And if it's doing that, these motherfuckers have no fucking chance out there. If it's doing that for 4 full days, you will see a winning score of like 6. No joke. 10 max. That would be max. But at the same time, it can be calm and they will absolutely destroy it because it's rather short. Tough, rough, got to hit it straight. But ultimately, we're going to have a lot of that. I'm looking for guys who hit it straight. And actually, I love bad putters because the greens, I don't care how fast they get them, they're super easy. They're not undulated. They're flat. So you're looking at greens that guys are going to be able to make putts, in my opinion. So I don't mind the guys who are shitty putters. It's going to be a ball striker's paradise. The CUDA card, Clint, is on. Yes, it's inside the link of the main card post that I made. 12 CUDA head-to-heads. Love it. Winner, USA minus 140. No, plus 110. USA field, yeah. So you're avoiding Rahm, Rory, Haddon, Fitz, Hovland. Yeah, I don't mind it. I've never really dabbled into that. But you got a lot more USA golfers, obviously, and you're only getting minus 140, and you're getting minus 140, so I don't mind that at all. Berger and Connors. Connors is 9% owned at 7.3, but that's basically the same as everyone in his range. Neiman 10, Poulter 9, Scheffler 8, Connors 9, Homa 10, Hadwin 10. So all those guys are priced the exact same. So you're not really getting, if you're going in that range, you're not going to get any ownership bumps. And then Berger is in that 14%, I think, right? Yeah, 15%. I'm not, I don't know. I would rather drop down to Brooks or go up to the big guys with Berger. I mean, or it just doesn't matter. Maybe ownership doesn't matter this week. I have to think about it more. Yeah, Cam J. Bryson fits perfectly fine on PGA. I mean, if you can bomb it straight, you're going to be totally cool. Under 8K, I think I really like Kevin Na by far at 5% under 8K. He's at 7.5. After that, I like Danny Willett at 7.1 at 3%. Those are my two favorite. Yeah, MJ. So single round is way more variant. You know, it's you're right. And so in terms of a head-to-head bet distribution percentage when comparing full tournament head-to-heads versus single round head-to-heads, so I'm trying to figure out what exactly you're asking there. But okay, so yes, it's the variance is way higher in the single round of golf, obviously. 18 holes compared to 72 or the cut situation, right? So you could be playing less and instantly you win. I have never been super strong on single round head-to-heads, to be brutally honest. I'm solid. I usually fluctuate, between a year of either gaining 10 or losing 10 units there over the last 3 or 4 years. I'm getting better. I've done a lot better on 3 balls for whatever reason. But ultimately, I play them similarly the first round as to what I would bet in a full tournament head-to-head, which I've absolutely crushed for years now. So it's kind of strange that the round-by-round stuff doesn't work as well. I haven't really dove into why that is. But again, I'm grinding, and I keep with the process. I'm changing it a lot. I'm looking at a lot more dogs in the single round just because of that variance factor, like you're saying. So, I'm always trying to figure out different ways to approach a problem. Like, I'm not just stuck in my ways. If it's not working, or even if it is working, I'm always trying to evolve. So, I will say this. Although my sheet says the units are the same, they're not. Like, the way I bet, I keep it simple just because it's a lot easier for people to just consume that information and still be profitable. For me, I'm 3x my full tournament head-to-heads as I am any unit for anything else. So if you see 2 units on an outright and I have 2 units on the head-to-head, like my full outright card is 2 units, but then I have 2 head-to-head bets this week. There are 2 units. Well, that is actually a 2 unit versus a 6 unit. And like if you were just to break it all down, right? So that's how I bet. That's how I bet the differences, and because I put a lot more into that full tournament head-to-heads because I've had an insanely long run of success on those, and I feel like they're mispriced often. That is top 40 plus 110. I love that. Yeah. Spartans hole-in-one. The problem is we have 78 guys. It's either a yes at a plus 200 around their number, or it's just no bet. Hershey Squirts, I think I got in. If I didn't get in those ownership percentages, let me know. Because I can run them over again, but I just went through a bunch of them there. So if I didn't get them in, just hit it in the chat because I'm caught up now. Hell yeah, dude. Are you hoops? I appreciate you following me, man. I'm glad you enjoyed. Thanks for coming through. Haotong, plus 80. I have no problem with that. I don't know. If you can get a top 30 bet, I prefer that. Or get exposure to him on DK. I'm going to have exposure to him. I mean, let's just look at his shit. I mean, he has had a lot of success in Europe. Okay, he's not going to pop in any model because he doesn't have any reps. The week because you can't really trust the European stats, right? So Memorial missed the cut, but fuck, everyone missed the cut, so who cares? WGC, HSBC in his home country, 24th. Here to St. Jude last year, he basically didn't do anything special and got 20th. I mean, he gained 2.5 strokes putting, lost a stroke approach, gained the stroke off the tee. Like, he basically just Broke even, decent. The Open was fucking hard last year, so I don't really count that. Made the cut at the U.S. Open, made the cut at the Memorial the previous year, made the cut at the PGA, 43rd at the Masters, made the cut there. I mean, that's his last year. So, you're looking at a guy who, last year at the WGC Mexico, 19th, pretty good track record of these WGCs. I know he's won. Let me look at what he has done in Europe, because I think he is kind of a hothead. He's kind of a cuckoo kind of guy. I remember I actually followed him a practice round at Pebble, and on 18 at Pebble, obviously if you just snap hook it left, you're hitting it in the fucking ocean, and he hit like 3 drivers into the ocean in his practice round. Like he just like fuck it, like 10 cup shit. Obviously the practice round doesn't matter, but so he has 2 European Tour wins. Let's see, 2 European Tour wins, and then a couple wins in Asia. Let's see, where was his European Tour wins at? Volvo China Open, that doesn't count. In 2016, then he won the Omega Desert, so he hasn't really won anything in a long time. 2018, a couple playoff losses, but still nothing in 19. He had a pretty shitty 19. It looks like. Yeah, he had a real shitty 19. But good player. At that price, and I think more importantly, a DK, man, like I know he can get hot and make birdies. I kind of like him as like basically a min price throw it punt. I don't see why not. Graham McDowell can do well here. Graham McDowell's not in the field, I don't think, is he? Oh God, he is. No. Well, fuck, I don't know. Let me look. I haven't even came across. I don't know, man. Graham hasn't shown shit. I'm over Graham. No Graham for me. Thoughts on ESPN coverage next week? Super excited, man. Super excited. So 3 balls right now. What I've bet, again, I'm gonna release these. I didn't know what my dumbass thought that there weren't 3 balls. I thought they played fucking. Thought they played twosomes of these things. I have Hatton, Bryson, Homa, and Bradley so far, but I haven't gone through them all yet. Former Bulldog, Reed. Top former Bulldog, Reed, Bubba, Kisner, or Tude. Reed was a fucking Bulldog for like a cup of coffee. And then he got kicked out because he was stealing laptops or some shit. It's got to be Reed at plus 140. It certainly isn't fucking Bubba. Bubba went to UGA? The fuck? I didn't know that. I have to look this up now. I'm sure it's correct. I just had no clue. I wonder if was he just not there for very long? God, he's old. 41. Jesus. I'm just going to say that. Faulkner State to UGA. Good for him. 14 wins on tour. 12 wins on tour. That's really good. No, thank you. Highest percentage on DK was 15. No, the highest percentage is actually, it's looking like Schauffele at 18. Wait, Answer at 20. And then Schauffele at 18. And then basically everyone else is 14 or lower. Excuse me. Clint, that is correct on those 3 balls, my friend. And we're going to get some more. Don't you fucking worry. Gun, do I like Neiman? I always like Neiman. I just don't think he can putt this week. Yeah, he's scary with that putter, man. Kisner over Bello. Yeah, I just stay away from Kisner because I can never figure him out. That's just me thing. I don't know anything. I mean, I just miss on him every fucking time I bet against him or for him. Do I find it hard to golf with plus 20 handicappers and play well? Not at all. As long as they play fast. I don't find it difficult. I actually like it more because usually they're having more fun. Now, even in competition, I don't really find it that hard. Again, if a 20 is starting to take practice swings, I'm just saying something at that point. I'm gonna be like, hey man, like there's nothing you're gonna be able to do to hit that thing better. So just fucking step up and hit it. That's my thing is pace. Again, I shot 88, but I was on everyone, and I played with 3 scratch. I played with a guy I caddied for at Harding Park. I played with the guy I caddied for at the U.S. Amateur. I played with a guy who's played in the PGA Championship. He's a club pro. He's played in it 5 times. And then one of my best friends who played at USC. And they all shot in the 70s, high 70s, which for them is not good. But yeah, I mean, and they're elite golfers. But I was right on their ass. Like I'm just step up whack. Like if I'm playing bad, you're not going to know it. So that's my only thing with the high handicappers for sure. Stinson, Kisner, Hadwin, all 175. Ooh, I don't know, man. I think I'm just letting that dog die. I don't really. Stinson is a bit of an enigma to me. I'm just not sure what he has right now. So I'm not super big on Kisner. And then Hadwin, if it's going to be windy or shitty weather, like he's fucked. He's terrible in that shit. So I lean Stinson absolutely, but we don't have anything from him. This is the perfect one that I will be looking at and bet they're in the second round. Like if we can get that in the second round and Stinson played decent and maybe they all tied or something and we saw something from Stinson, boom, that's a second round bet. Yeah, B minus, only the 3 balls, that's all. And they're in the chat. We're on Hatton, Bryson, Homa, and Bradley. And Bradley at 200 at some books. I mean, that's just ludicrous. Ludicrous. Let's go back to these 3 balls. Best pivot off answer for DK. Let me look. I don't mind going down here with Jason Day. I think Jason Day can get hot here. I really do. Don't mind going down to Day or up to, Fleetwood and Woodland at 12%. You're getting 8% on that. I don't mind going up to either of those 2 guys either. I'm not with Ricky, though. That's for sure. So I think Day's probably my favorite pivot in that category, unless you can go up to Gary or Tommy. Because the thing about Gary, Tommy, they can get like they're perfect for a WGC DK contest because those motherfuckers can get hot and make birdies in bunches, right? So that's what you're looking for this week. I really like that. I will have 0 fucking answer. 0. Usually, honestly, what I usually do in DK is I just sort by ownership and my player pool, and I just delete like the top 4 guys. I just don't play them at all. I just ride with it. That's it. And then I'll just build out from there. Like I literally just don't play them. JT Rory, even money. Yeah, that's probably right. I wouldn't take much for that. Sharpie in Woodland or Webb for next week. I like Woodland next week. I do not love Webb. After playing that golf course, if it's windy, Webb doesn't have the ball speed to get into the wind. I don't love him in tough conditions like that. I like him if it's calm, which I haven't looked at the weather. It hasn't been super hot here, which means if it's where I live, I'm about an hour and a half out. When it's hotter than fuck here, it's super, super like overcast in the morning, and then it gets really windy at night there or in the afternoon there. When it's just calm here, it's pretty much calm there. So that's I don't know why that's fucking the way it works, but I don't see Webb doing well if there's bad conditions, especially what I played in 2 weeks ago. No way. Bryson Ricky Rahm is a bet in that 3 ball. Fuck yeah. Plus 155, yeah. He should not be a dog to that big of a dog to Rahm. That's crazy. Especially not on that golf course. Ugh, love it. The thing about Bryson, Rahm's biggest strength is driving the ball and putting. Well, Bryson's better than both of those things than Rahm is. Like he's a better driver of the golf ball and he's a better putter. So how is he a dog to that guy? I don't understand. It's wild. Crazy talk. Okay. Thompson, King, Billy Horschel. Horschel minus 115. So you're never betting. Rarely are you laying juice in a 3 ball. Because when they tie, you're like, oh, fuck, I lost money. I'm not betting King, and I'm certainly not betting Michael Thompson. I don't even need to look. I'm not betting that. Connors, Streelman, Herbert. I have Streelman and Connors ranked really closely. They're 141. They're 20-40. So I'm not going to be messing with that. Berger, Fleetwood, Answer. I like Berger, but he's the favorite plus 120 there. So not into that. I play Mizuno's JPX 919s. Mizuno's come out with some new irons that look fucking sick too. Casey, Schauffele, Garcia. Schauffele is minus 110. That's on stay away. M. Cantlay, Kuchar Cantlay minus 110. Not laying that. Reeve, Watson, Wiesberger. Wiesberger at 185 is interesting. Let's break this one down. We got Chez here, who is not going to pop in a model. God damn, 22 second of the Memorial. Damn, Reeve's playing some good ass fucking golf, man. 22nd of Memorial, 17th at the workday. Gain strokes in every category both days, or both tournaments, which is just remarkable. Wow, Ches. Good for you, bud. Okay, well, definitely not fading that shit. This is what you got to dive into these guys. Bubba's a favorite here. I mean, that's just absurd. So let's dive into Bubba here. I mean, Bubba's missed every cut. Bubba sucks. Oh my god, around the green, he loses strokes every time. Oh, this is a bet. What do we got here? Wiesberger's super sketchy. Let's look at what Wiesberger did last week. He is the 30th best player in the world, mind you. Remember that, guys. 22nd. God, he's a good putter. That's all he's got. Man, but he's lost plenty of strokes putting. Fuck this guy. He's not fucking 30th in the world. Reeves is a better golfer than him. Plus 165 Reeve. I think that's a bet. Is there a Bubba Reeve head-to-head bet that I missed for one round? Or did I already bet that? Lose track sometimes. I didn't bet it. Let me see. Even money. Okay. So here, this is why I love three balls. You're getting a round one Reeve Bubba head-to-head bet at Pick'em. Or we add Wiesberger, who's not the 30th best player in the world. He's the third best player in this fucking group. And we're getting 165 and Bubba's 135 in the three ball. Why wouldn't they be equal? Why are they a Pick'em in the round one matchup? And I'm getting 65 on Reeve in the three ball, and we're just adding Wiesberger, and Bubba is 30 cents shorter. Get the fuck out of here. That's a bet. Reeve. Oh, that's plus 170. Let's go. Stupid, man. Doesn't make any sense. That's why I love three balls, because you can just look at that and be like, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense. And the fucking head-to-head market is obviously sharper. It's getting bets way more into. So it's like, why are we getting a three ball where he's 30 cents longer? Doesn't make any sense. Fucking stupid. Love that shit. Okay, here we go. Burger in a three ball? No, because we have to fade Fleetwood, which I'm not super interested in. Leash Usti. Let's see. I have 175. Oh, man, Leishman. That guy's like my fucking kryptonite, bro. Hang on, let me pull up Leash real quick. Let me see what we got here. So I make him a knob, basically a pick'em. I mean, the one thing you never want is too much Kevin Na exposure, because he'll just fucking WD in 2 seconds. Like, the thing about these WGCs, if they hit one golf shot, they can WD and they get their check. Like, that's it. So he's the guy who's always hurt, right? So it's like, I don't love going out. Like, I already have a 2-unit bet on him over Casey, I believe. Yeah, I'm probably not adding any more exposure. And I just love Leash. God, he lost 5 strokes off the tee at the Memorial. What a fucking sad situation that is. I'm not doing that. Do I come for rain? Rob, the problem with the rain is that usually the rain brings a lightning in the Midwest, and they're just going to get these motherfuckers off the course. So I don't have any stats on who's good with rain and who's not. So I'm just staying away from that. I don't really have any idea. Go Duke, what's up, my man? Thanks for coming through. Damon plus 210 over Benyon and Bez. No, I like Bez a little bit this week. If I was gun to head, that would be my bet, but I'm not picking on him. I like Bez over Benny just straight up a lot more. One and done. As far as one and done goes, I think this is a burger week. I think this is a perfect time to burn your burger. I'm assuming you probably haven't yet. I really think that you're going to want to save some of those other guys. Here's my strategy, and it all depends on when your one and done ends, because a lot end at the Tour Championship, a lot go all the way through, right? So I think a burger bet here, you're going to want to save like a JT or a Rahm for the Tour Championship, Goes through the Masters. Okay. In that case, that opens up the whole world. So you want to work backwards, right? In my opinion, especially if you're in a good spot, you're going to want to work backwards. So you start the Masters. Okay, who are we taking at Augusta? You're going. In my opinion, I don't mind that being a Tiger spot. I think it's a great spot to burn a Tiger, and then I don't mind like a Bryson there as well. I don't mind a Xander there. So those are the kind of guys I'm definitely holding Tiger because you can just have that. You can go to him. He's not going to ever suck at Augusta. That's just never going to fucking happen, right? So it's nice to just hold him for that, and maybe you don't have to worry about it. That's where I'm at with him. As we move forward now at the U.S. Open, who do we like? I think it's a great Rahm track. Also a good Bryson track. Look for one of those guys get their first majors there. DJ's not playing well. It's a good Rory track too. So, if you have those three, save them for that. Cool. Okay. Now we're going to the PGA. Honestly, I think Brooks is close. I think Harding fits Brooks really well. He's an excellent ball striker. He's a wonderful wind player. He can really penetrate that wind with that ball speed. I'm looking for Brooks to have a good ball striking week this week, and then next week he's a full-fledged go at the PGA. That's kind of because the dude fucking peaks. Like that's all he cares about is peaking at these things, right? That's his fucking whole thing. Love him there. And again, having the greens not be super hard really helps him. He's not an excellent putter. He's a great clutch putter. I'm looking at Brooks at the PGA. I'm looking at Rahm at the U.S. Open, and then at the Tour Championship, I would say probably JT because he's going to have the points to be able to get in the top three, or Rory. And then at the Masters, you always will have Tiger. Just don't use Tiger anywhere else. Put him in the back pocket. Save him for the Masters. That's what I'm looking at. Tiger, Brooks, DJ, Bryson, Xander. Okay, so Brooks PGA, Bryson US Open, Tiger, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I think I would go, yeah. Oh, and JT. So yeah, there you go. So you go JT. You go JT at Tour. Okay, here we go. If you have Berger this week, I think it's a Berger week because where else the fuck are you going to use him? He's won twice here and he's in good form, so just burn him. PGA, you're looking at Brooks if he plays well this week. If he doesn't, you're fine with a Xander there, right? Bryson's the U.S. Open is perfect. JT at the Tour Championship and Tiger at Augusta, like that, and then you're kind of filling in from there because you're gonna have to start playing backwards, especially if you're in a good spot. M. Jones, I love na in DFS this week. Fucking love. He's 5%. Why is he 5%? I'm just gonna go over my. It's not like a full blown like fucking rant, but like, are these fucking touts really telling you that Nas should be 5% and the same price Neiman is 11? What? Nas is a favorite to Neiman in any fucking game of golf right now. I mean, you're looking at like a Scheffler, Corey Connors. Like Kevin Na is a better golfer than these guys. Do we need to like what are these touts looking at? Because they're the ones who are spending all this ownership projections. No, ninth at Memorial, fifth at Travelers. Gained 5 strokes on approach, 2 around the greens, and 5 strokes putting. Gained 5 strokes putting at Travelers. Literally gained in every category at Travelers. He's around the greens. He's one of the best in the world on the hardest to hit greens. Well, some of the hardest hit greens on tour. It just so happens that Bermuda is his best putting surface. I mean, I don't see what people like. Why is he 5%? It doesn't make any sense. I might be like 100%. I'll probably be 50% on at 5%. No joke. At 75, 50%. The CUDA? Oh shit! Let me pull up my CUDA model. It only took an hour and 15 minutes to get a CUDA question. I thought it was coming sooner. Oh, where the fuck is it? Stupid ass CUDA. Go ahead and click that. Click my that link for all my CUDA head to heads. I have 12 of them. I didn't fuck around. I bet every edge. I was like, fuck it. I'm a huge Norn fade. Come on, load, you sucker. All right. So I have the top of the market priced as such. I think it's a good spot for... I actually have Cam Davis as one of my favorite guys for the CUDA. Munoz, I think you mentioned... Oh, Lanto. Let me see where I have Lanto. 29th, I mean, that's fine. I have a lot better odds. I have a lot better numbers on other guys. I'm looking at like a Colley, a Stallings, a Keimer, Patrick Rogers, Werenski, Burns. Honestly, I'll truth, if you get a field bet, let's see what the field bet is on my local. I might just bet that right now. I don't understand. Oh, yeah. Duh. Okay, let's look at a field bet on the CUDA. Plus 175, not ideal, but that's probably my bet. But I mean, I'm looking at that like 25 to 50 range for the CUDA. All those guys, I mean, just flip a fucking coin. I'm not putting out a CUDA head-to-head card. I love those head-to-heads though. Or excuse me, a CUDA outright card. But I do love those head-to-heads. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely no doubt about that. Is it a good effort to bet all those head-to-heads in the CUDA? Well, I did it. So, in my opinion, it's fucking a great idea. But, you know, I mean, hey, I trust my numbers on head-to-head bets more than I trust my numbers on anything else in golf. It's been profitable for years. So, I mean, if I have an edge, I bet. That's all. Simple. Absolutely simple. Okay, what else we got here? Let's go over. Let's keep breaking down these three balls here. Yeah, I already bet wrong. Okay, so Reevy's a bet. Desham is a bet. Nah is a bet. No, I'm not fucking with Leishman, so no bet. McIlroy is minus 110 to Webb and Spieth. Webb is a possible bet, but I'm good there. Palmer, Scheffler, Van Ruin. Okay, that might be a play on Palmer. Let me look. At this point, like I know my numbers like off the top of my head, so I kind of know where. What was it? Palmer, Scheffler, Van Ruin. Van Ruin is going to be the bounce back guy. So I basically make those guys all even. They're all like there should just be a pick 'em all around. So you're looking at Scheffler shouldn't be that big of a favorite, but I don't know who I. Man, 175 for Palmer. Let's pull up Palmer here. Because, I mean, I'll tell you right now, Van Ruin, this is a perfect Van Ruin spot to where he's like, oh, yeah, I fucked off and made a quad last week. Missed the cut, pretty much on the number. And now, this week, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to fucking be amazing. I mean, without the quad, the dude, I mean, that was just a weird. Second to Memorial. God dang, Palmer getting 2 strokes. Oh, I don't love that. I don't love what Palmer's been doing. And his short game is so bad. That's not a bet. Yeah, stand away from Palmer there. No Palmer. No Palmer. Slept through the first hour and now my sleep schedule is fucked. Damn, you caddy go, dude? Bro, caddying in that fucking in middle of summer in ATL. I really hope they're fucking tipping you, my man. P-Berg, the CUDA head-to-heads are in the link on the full card bet that I sent out. At the very bottom, that website, I was super late in getting them my article this week, so I was like, hey, how about I give you my CUDA head-to-heads to drive some traffic? So go ahead and click the link to that website, and they're at the very bottom. Oh, my God. Go, dude, 36 hole at day one of the USAM. Well, what about? Oh no. 30. It's not 36 day one. It's 18. Well, when we did it, it's 18. But the practice round was absolutely fucking insane. So there's 2 practice rounds. So it was 4 days, 18. So you got 2 practice rounds, and then so it wasn't a 36 hole qualifier. There was 18 hole qualifier each day, but I was fucking dead. It was, and the second day it fucking poured from the time we got to the first tee to 12, and my guy he played well, but the conditions were just tough. But yeah, it wasn't 36 on that first day. It was 18. But it was fucking 72 holes on the monster. I'm not sure if you know if you've heard of the monster. It's oh my god, why am I fucking? It's up in Detroit, Oakland Hills in Detroit. They call it the monster because it is a 7,600 yard par 70. Think about that. This is a 7,200 yard par 70, and it's the longest par 70 they play all year. The monster played as a 7,600 yard par 70. It was unbelievable. I want them to host a fucking tournament there because they would just fucking spit motherfuckers out. It'd be awesome. They've hosted a shitload. It's a classic track. Great place. I loved it. I had so much fun. My feet hurt for days after. Can Gary get it done, T-Hold? If Gary, I don't give a fuck about your sponsorships. I'm just talking to you, Gary, brother to brother. Because I love you, Gary. You hit me a fucking U.S. Open that I'll never forget. Whatever driver you had last year and the years before, go pick it up out of the fucking closet, take that other fucking piece of shit out, snap it in half, or you know what, better yet, give it to a kid who doesn't have a driver, and put the old one in, and go back to gaining strokes off the tee like you have your entire fucking career, and you'll win, because you're an amazing putter now all of a sudden somehow. Gary's gained strokes putting in like 6-7 straight events. If he had gained strokes putting earlier in his career, like he has in the last year, he would have won 4 times. Just get the old fucking driver, Gary. How hard is it? Like, you have to be looking at these stats and be like, oh shit, I suck at driving the ball. How about I get the other driver back in my bag? Unbelievable, man. Pisses me off. Go do. Fitzpatrick's odds are wild this week. I 100% agree. I like him breaking through. I think the odds are the way because you have a lot of course history truthers, and he played well here last year. He's gonna break through, but we got him at 40s and 50s in worse fields earlier in the year. That's where I like him. I don't like him at 30s in a strong field. He's an elite golfer. I mean, and he has the pedigree. Multiple PGA Tour wins, a U.S. amateur. He's only 24 years old, but at the same time, that ain't happening. Oh, that ain't happening. Go Duke. Oh, sick. Okay, so you know Oakland. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Super fucking cool. Reed Kokrak or Woodland Lowry. I'm going Reed Kokrak on DK. Love it. Do I think they look at their stats? I would hope so. I really do. I know Jason Day does. I don't know if you watched the coverage last week, but he has like a whole team that breaks down the course, the stats, his stats. So like, I know Day does. I would hope these guys are doing that. It's just right there in front of us. Like, if they're on launch, if they're on TrackMans and they're looking at ball speeds and they're looking at, all the stats that they're given on swing, I can't imagine they're not looking at their approach stats and, where they need to improve their game. Gary knew he was a bad putter. I guess you probably don't need stats to tell that if you're not making shit. But at the same time, it's like, bro, just look at you're off the tee. I mean, I'm just going to pull him up right now because it's super frustrating. The reason why I keep betting him is because if he just goes back to the old Gary off the tee, which you wouldn't think is that difficult. Like, it's not that much to ask just to go back to being great at something you were great at for 10 years. And it's not like he's getting out of shape or something. At workday, he gained 4 strokes off the tee, 3.5 strokes off the tee, a stroke and a half up on approach, and 7 putting, man. The putting gave him that 5th. But if you remember, the first 9 holes, he shot like 42 on the front. Came back, battled back, boom, good. But other than that, he has been, since, I don't know what happened during the quarantine, he lost a bunch of weight. Maybe that's fucking with his driver swing. But since the suspension, he's lost on 1, 2, 3, 4. He's lost on 4 of 5 appearances, and it's not just minor losses. You're looking at 2.2, 4.8, 2.2, 3.8. He lost 3.8 strokes at the Memorial and still got 22nd. If he gains 4, which he did at WGC Mexico, he gained 6. Let's just say he gains 4 strokes. That's an 8-stroke difference. Isn't he? He's like right there. Ugh, it's so frustrating. He's gained putting in 2, 4, 6, 8 straight. Oh, fucking Gary, man. Fucking Gary. Brad Faxon about stats. Oh, really? I haven't seen that. Was Brad Faxon? These old guys that hate stats. It's so stupid. Faxon disagrees. Oh, really? It's like, guys, these arguments, like, if you're you're just, if you're arguing against stats, you're like, you know what? No, math is wrong. Like 2 plus 2 does not equal 4. It's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Of course it does. And I'm not a big stats guy. Like, I don't have like a, computer engineering degree, stats, whatever it may be. Like, that's not my forte in life by any means. But I mean, I can look at numbers and like be able to understand what they mean and how you can like forecast with them. If that's just like, oh yeah, throw the stats out the window, that's the same dumb fucks who in the NBA are still like the Spurs are still shooting long twos. Like, we can all agree that the way that the Warriors play, layups and threes is the most efficient way to play basketball. Like, it's the same guys who, like, in the 90s were arguing against all of the advanced stats, and, they're bunting with their second hole hitter. Move the runner over. Motherfucker, what are you talking about? Like, which is completely asinine at this point. And most organizations in baseball especially have gone to, oh, maybe I should move the runner over in the first inning. It's fucking stupid. But, like, guys were doing that shit in the 90s. Like, even just a simple lineup construction. I mean, I'm a Braves fan. They had Mark Lemke hitting second for a long time in the early 90s. Bro, Mark Lemke, love you. You should not be getting more at-bats than Terry fucking Pendleton. Like, what are we even talking about here? Like, you are not remotely as good. You know what I'm saying? So, now we know all this stuff. The guys who are saying that the stats don't matter or will be the same guys who are wrong. They will be wrong as soon as it's like common knowledge, which for most of us it is. But I mean, you gotta be realistic here. It's the same motherfuckers. You can look at it in any fucking sport. You got dumb fucks running the ball on 2nd and 10. You know what's not efficient? Running the ball on 2nd and 10. It's actually really bad for you. You know what sucks? 3rd and 7. It's awful. You're more likelihood of success at throwing on 2nd and 10 and still having a 3rd and 10, because 3rd and 7 and 3rd and 10 are basically the same thing. You're throwing the ball. I mean, but you still have guys who are like, oh, fuck the stats. It's so stupid, man. Everything will come around to the numbers eventually. So, Brad Faxon, you're a fucking idiot. How about that? Are you betting the CUDA head-to-head is the same unit? Yes, I am, Jeff. I fucking pound my head-to-heads. I don't give a fuck about the tournament. Especially this thing, because we have plenty of data on these guys. They've been playing all year since suspension. We have plenty to look at. I love that. I love it. Yep, no outrights. Thank you, sir. Furyk over Long. Oh, God. No, Bernard? Oh, fuck, Furyk's really good. I don't know, man. That's a good one. I need to dive into my senior tour model. I'm not going to read the tweet, but I mean, I gave you a long enough rant on that shit. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, Spartans in baseball is a different game, but look at the advanced analytics are taking over everything, and it's probably I don't know if it's for the better, but like I prefer watching the Warriors play than I do like the fucking Ewing Knicks who fucking just pounded the ball on the block like post basketball. No one moved, everyone was standing around and looked at Ewing, or even Jordan in the late 90s. He grabbed the ball in the post, guys are moving around him, he's just going 1-on-1. Like, give me the ball movement, give me the threes, give me the running. Like, I'll take that any day. I don't like the Harden shit, but it's efficient. I prefer that. I like in baseball. You know what I like? I like my best hitter having more at bats than my fucking seventh best hitter. Like, that just makes more sense. In football, you know what? Like, I played competitive Madden in college, all through college, at the highest level. I was one of the best in the world at it. And I mean, the shit that we were doing then. It's like, oh wait, no shit, you should go for it on most 4th and 2s. Like, duh, it's 2 fucking yards. You can't get 2 yards. How the fuck are you gonna win a game? Like, and these are things that are now starting. We're talking shit. I played Madden in 06, 07. I started playing 04 and then in 2010. I went to law school. So, like, these things it's 10 years and they're just now developing that stuff. Like, I want my fucking teams doing the right things. Use the fucking numbers. It's no brainer. It's so frustrating. Punting. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like, Jesus. What are you... Unbelievable. Jeff Senior Tour. The geezers. No, man. We're good with Haven with his women's tour, man. That's all we need. Oh, Bath Madden game? 05. Not even a question. Not even a question. 05 was sick as fuck. This year I just started playing Madden again with the quarantine. I took a break, basically a 10-year break. Didn't play a single fucking Madden from 10 until this last one. Tiger is the Masters, and that's it. Augusta. That's all. That's it. Augusta. Love it. 4 Boomer. The 4 Boomer Pod. That's a good one. 4 Boomer Podcast. That's so funny. That was Vic was 04. Ray Lewis was 05. 04 was sick too. I really liked 04. 04 and 05 are the two best Maddens ever, in my opinion. Because it was all stick. It was all user shit. Like everyone, they were super reactionary. No, they ran really well. And this is obviously my thoughts. I mean, 15 years later, but by far, that was the best. In 05, though, I didn't use Vic. I used McNabb. I was the Eagles guy. 05, 06, 07, I believe. But yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, I'm going to finish up with these 3 balls. Not going to bet Ryan Palmer. Finau, Woodland, Fitzy. Those guys are all equal. They're basically priced the same. Not going to pick on Benny Bezenbula with Damon. Kokrak, Wallace, Janahadawad. I think Wallace is the rightful favorite there. Cam Smith, Victor Perez plus 260. Hold on a second, because I'm not a Snedeker guy. And I am not a Cam Smith guy. Victor Perez, give me anything to bet you at plus 160. I'm looking for a fucking sliver. Oh my God, that's so bad. This motherfucking Euro shit, I swear to God, this dude sucks. Victor Perez, are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. This Euro, I mean, Victor fucking Perez can't make a cut on the PGA Tour, and somehow he's the 46th best player in the world golf ranking. Get the fuck out of here. He can't even make a cut. He went to the University of New Mexico. Golf powerhouse. These world golf rankings, man. I swear to God. I'm going to make my own fucking rankings. He's played here 3 times. He's DF fucking L in these tournaments. He lost 8 strokes total at Memorial, 8 at the Heritage, and 6 at the Schwab. But he's the 46th best golfer in the fucking world. Are you fucking kidding me, man? I swear. Rom's first, though, for sure. Unbelievable. I can't even bet you 260. 260, you only have to win. What percent is that? 200 is 33. 260, you only have to win at 20% of the time, and I can't even bet you. That's how bad you are. That's so fucking stupid. Homa, Todd, Bayo. We already bet that. Victor Perez. Oh, I'm angry. DJ Hatton Lowry. Oh, yeah. Bet that already. Already bet that. We're good there. Wolf McDowell Day. Man, that might be a day spot. Let's go. Let's break down some Jason Day. Because I think, honestly, this is a good one for DK, too. Because he's low owned this week, and he's been playing some decent golf. A 4th at the Memorial, a 7th at the Workday, world-class player in his prime. Back to putting well, gained 6.5 strokes in Memorial putting, 3.3 at the Workday in his 7th, gained across the board in both tournaments. Bermuda is his best surface, and that means really good because he's a wonderful putter as it is. I think Day is an excellent DraftKings play at 6% owned at 8.2. I love me some Jason Day in that regard. Wolf has never performed well at testy tournaments. I think that's a bet. I'm betting that. That's a bet. Day's in great form, man. He's getting slept on this week, big time. He should not be even money to Wolf in a real golf tournament. Not a fucking pitch and putt. Yeah, that's a bet. Day plus 115, going in the money. Boom, Day. So Day, for those who are still or just joining, Day, 3 balls, joins Hatton, Bryson, Homa, Keegan, Reevy. So we got 5 3 balls for tomorrow. I'm an idiot. I didn't know there were 3 balls. I thought they played twosomes at WGCs for some fucking reason, so I'm dumb. A couple more left. Let's get some here. Let's get some chit chat. The winner at the Euro Tour event got more. Yeah, think about that. The winner of a Euro Tour event getting more points than second place at a 3M. The favorite at that Euro event was Lee fucking Westwood. He's like 12-1. Lee Westwood was a favorite to win a tournament where the winner got more points than second at a PGA Tour event, the 3M. It's a good point, Mailman. It's a really fucking good point. Unbelievable. Fade Day fantasy. I'm telling you, man, if you're going to get Day, a DK, the guy can go low. If he starts getting his irons going, he's going to make everything when he's got his putter working. I like his form. I'm not fading him. That's for damn sure. Now, if you want to fade him, here's why. It's because that the work day and the Memorial were at his home course. And so if you can't perform, like if I go play my home course right now, like that's my highest ceiling is at my home course. I know it like the fucking back of my hand. My best rounds, all my best rounds have been, not all of them, but most of my best rounds have been there. I played the most though, so it's the largest sample. But at the same time, it's like you're going to perform at your home course. So that would be a reason to fade him. Because maybe that's not real. That's totally plausible. Totally plausible. I'm just making the argument. I don't think you're wrong. But, I think that kind of ball striking, I would say the fact that he gained over those two tournaments, he gained over 9 strokes putting would be the reason to fade him. But at the same time, if you're looking at his ball striking, I think you can pick that ball striking up and take it anywhere. And he's ball striking it pretty well. It's not great, but he's never been great at that. He's always a good putter. So, but hey, okay. All right. I see your point. Good point. Good point. Matsu, let me look at Matsu. You can't, on a golf course where you have to be able to gain at least a stroke putting to top 10. Again, I went back last 3 years. Only 2 guys have lost over a stroke or more and still made the top 10. You can't bet Matsu because he's going to lose 3. So no top 10. He's done. Unless he just goes fucking bonkers with his striking. So no top 10, he's done. So now you're looking, okay, does he top 20? Yeah, maybe. But, it's still kind of the same thing there. So, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking anyways. Fantasy man, I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you for following. And again, honestly, that's the kind of shit that looking at Day, right? Again, why my skill set and what I do well, in my opinion, in this is I can do exactly what we just talked about. Like you said, he's fool's gold. So what I'm thinking is, okay, why is he fool's gold? Why would he be? Well, dude, I went to fucking law school, right? I have a Juris Doctorate. I have to be able to make arguments that I don't believe in every single fucking day. So to be able to apply that to handicapping is wonderful because I'm able to take bias, and again, everyone has bias, but for me personally, I can limit it just because I understand. I literally went to school for 3 years to learn how to fucking look at the other side of things. You have to be able to do it. So again, that's why I might not have the math skills or the computer skills or whatnot, but the logical skills and the ability to reason. That's how I am successful, and that's what I apply. So that's kind of and I appreciate the question. That was awesome. Any groups you like or top Euro or Asian? Yeah, I don't have anything with those. Unfortunately. Let me send a quick tweet. All right, cool. Yep. So that's kind of why I look at it. Again, I'm lucky that I have Fantasy National to help me with the stats side of things, because it allows me to basically input the things that I know that are successful. I'm a baseball guy through and through. I've loved baseball since I was a little kid. I understand those. I understand how to analyze numbers. I don't necessarily understand how to create a fucking giant vast spreadsheet of inputs and algos and all that kind of stuff. But I love numbers, so. I have to have a basis, and I'm super lucky that there's a website that just basically allows me to create a model that I couldn't do just by myself. I just literally could not do that. But then it's okay, now I have a tool there, so I'm going to use that tool and I'll apply it. Boom. Actually, I like Nick Taylor top Canadian. You're looking at Connors and Hadwin. If there's weather, Hadwin's dead. So now you have Nick Taylor at like, I mean, he's got to be a plus 500, plus 600 for top Canadian, right? So yeah, I don't mind that at all. Pesos, thank you for coming through every week. I appreciate it, man. Next week is going to be fire. Crazy. You got to give more credit for the 12 head-to-heads at the Barracuda. Hey, man, I bet every edge. That's my thing. I have big cards. This isn't new, man. I've been doing the same way for we're going on 3 years now. I know I'm just now getting a bunch of new followers, but go back into my fucking timeline. The cards are there. They're the same. So that's how I roll. I think the odds on that that day 3-ball were plus 120, I believe. Let me finish breaking those down while we're here. Morikawa, Thomas, Matsu. I'm not fucking with Thomas. Gosh dang. Those guys are fucking plus 210. Yeah, plus 220. Whew, man, that might be my son. That's Morikawa or nothing. Neiman, Poston, Willett. Ooh, Willett's a plus 150 over Poston and Neiman. I already said, that's a bet. That's a fucking bet. But that, you know what, though? I have Neiman round 1 over Poston. That's getting real cute. Man, why can't I get Willett over Poston or Willett over Neiman? That's getting real cute. Yeah, I can't. That's getting too cute trying to do that. I mean, that's a bet, but I already have Neiman over Poston. Now I'm trying to exacta that bitch. That's not good. Can't do that. Reed, Hovland, Koepka, all even. Interesting. Huh. Not fucking with that either. That's crazy. I think that's right, actually. I think those guys are all pick'ems. That's a really good line. Cool. Champ, Pan, Poulter. Poulter's a huge fave. I'm not fucking with Champ or Pan. I love CT, though. Go Dogs, baby. That Kisner, Stinson, Hadwin is interesting. I don't think Hadwin should be the favorite, but I don't know why. I hope we get that tomorrow and we can see something from Stinson. Duncan, Houghton, McIntyre. Why is McIntyre a fucking favorite? Let's look at Tyler Duncan. I think he's been playing some good golf. Come on, baby. He just makes cuts in DFLs. So Duncan has made 5 straight cuts. He's really good off the tee. Very solid on approach, but man, he is just there's not a lot to love from him. How's he even in this field? He must have barely got in this thing. Because he won the RSM. That's right. That makes sense. Big time points for that bad boy. God, that's Houghton or nothing. McIntyre. That dude's... I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Let's see. Fitz. I like Fitz, but the market's fucked on him, man. He should not be 33. I like Fitz when he's 40 and 50 in worse fields, honestly. I think that, the course history truthers are out there betting him because he played well here last year. So I like Fitz as a golfer, but I don't like him at 33 in this field. He's going to break through, though. It's only a matter of time. The dude's got pedigree, U.S. Open, multiple wins on the European Tour, all before he's like 24 years old. So I like him as a golfer. He's just not that number, not now. Spartans, Hadwin in wind is one of the worst statistical players. On Fantasy National, you can go to windy as fuck. The sample is not huge, but Hadwin is just awful. And if you think about it, it makes sense. If you're a golfer, or any golfers know, if you don't have a high ball speed, and Hadwin is not a long hitter by any means, it's really difficult to play and win. Hadwin hits it high and he hits it short. Not a good thing, So if you look at guys who move the ball, like DJ is an excellent wind player. Well, it makes sense because the motherfucker pierces it and he can hit low fucking little darts, and the wind is nothing when you're hitting it low with insane ball speed. If you're hitting it high with the the wind's gonna fuck with that. I hit the ball low naturally, and I have a pretty good ball speed. I love playing in wind. You get guys, who hit it high, like Rory's a perfect example. His wind numbers are terrible, and he's got plenty of ball speed, but he hits moonshots. He's not good at that little knockdown, hold off, low puncher. So, you just kind of got to look at their games. I mean, you got like a guy like Fleetwood who hits like low bullets, Finau, same way. Gary, those guys are all notoriously good win players. So, but Hadwin in particular, I mean, it's just, you can look at the numbers, man. He's fucking terrible. And it makes sense if you consider his game. Yeah, fantasy, man. Honest to God truth, I like Willett at plus money in that 3-ball better than I like Neiman over Poston. But, I mean, at this point, it's like, I'm just trying to hit the exact. I'm trying to hit Willett over Neiman over Poston. Like, there has to be better odds than that somewhere if I really want that. Beho over Thompson and Kang. Horschel, I don't have it. I have him at minus 115, so I don't love that. Kang is just, Kang's okay. Joe Kelly, love Joe Kelly. Throw out all the Astros. I don't give a fuck. Fuck those guys. He also fucked me. Oh, God. Joe Kelly also fucked. I'm a Braves fan, so yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't mind the Kisner had one. I haven't seen the conditions. I didn't know they were going to be. This is the weather's the first thing I've heard about this. I usually look at that towards the end, but yeah, that's my thought. How long did it take to be profitable? Not long. Honestly, I mean, I started posting bets on Twitter in 2018, and that was when I basically started first betting golf. And I mean, I don't think I've ever really had bad. I mean, I've had bad like markets, but in terms of like a full year worth of betting, I haven't really had a bad time. But you also have to remember, like, no one was betting golf. I should say no one's betting golf. Everyone was betting golf. But like now it's a cool thing to do and everyone does it. 2 years ago when I was posting my shit and I had like 2 followers, like nobody was betting it, right? It was super niche. So if you follow the sport and you have knowledge of it and you have some kind of a statistical basis to make observations from, you're gonna. It's almost impossible not to be good at it because the markets are so inefficient because no one's betting it, right? Like for instance, if you take an NFL market, everyone and their mom is betting into that. Sharp money, square money. I mean, you're talking about markets with tiny edges, right? Whereas a golf bet, I mean, we just looked at it. Look, we just looked at a fucking bet. Why is Reeve Watson minus 110 head to head, and then Watson's plus 135 and Reeve's plus 165 in their 3-ball. Well, that doesn't make it. That's something. One of those two markets, or both maybe, are inefficient, right? They're wrong. They have to be because those two things are not the same, right? If the head-to-head market's efficient, then the 3-ball should be those two guys are the same, and then the third guy who is, I don't even remember who it was. It wasn't anyone I was like super. I think it was Wiesberger, right? Yeah, you're not adding Wiesberger, and all of a sudden you're taking off 30 cents from Reeve. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. So like you see these things, you're like, okay, well that doesn't make fucking sense. So I'm just gonna bet it. And the more you see it, and the more you go through it, you're gonna run. You just run into those things because it's just not efficient. It can't be. So which one's more efficient? Well, the head-to-head is because the limits are higher. All right, it gets bet into over 1 million different books, and they basically all take each other's lines. You're not going to find a huge difference. Well, the 3-balls just came out, right? And the limits are low, so they're okay being completely wrong because they're not going to get fucking took from them, right? Well, that's fine. I'm not like a huge bettor. Believe me, I don't do this for a living. So like my stakes are probably no different than any of your stakes. Like it's not like I'm here, dropping a nickel on a fucking plus 165 3-ball. That's not happening, So why the fuck is that out of line? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm betting it. You see the inefficiency in the golf markets. Well, they were worse when I first started. Way worse. They're getting better for sure. But that means I have to continuously sharpen my process too. So, but yeah, anyways, honestly, I've been pretty successful betting golf from the very beginning. It's a long process though, right? Like I have shitty weeks. It's not like I'm good every week. You just want the large sample, right? So I look at that's why I don't do these big elaborate recaps because like I don't care week to week. Talk to me in December, man. Because over the last 3 years, I've been profitable every single year. So let's just talk to me then. That's my thought. Fulte is bad, dude. DFA his ass. I don't care. Get rid of that dude. He sucks. I'm tired of Fulte. The fact that we started Fulte over Soroka last year against the Cardinals cost us the fucking series. The guy mentally does not have it. Why is Soroka not your game one starter. Snedeker, talk about analytics. Snedeker, fuck him, man. I hate that. I hate that guy. Stupid. You don't like my hat? What's wrong with my hat, man? Who do I think wins it this week? I think it's Bryson. I have him as the favorite. Look, here's the thing. You're looking at a golf course where it's long, par 70. It's the longest they play all year. The driving distance is one of the longest on tours, meaning a lot of guys are taking driver, and the accuracy is low. Okay? Again, anytime a lot of guys are taking driver, your accuracy is going to be low, right? You go to like Copperhead or whatever, guys are taking irons off the tee, accuracy is going to be high, driving distance is going to be low. Those things are correlated, obviously. But here's the thing. Bryson's long and straight. So he's going to be in places this golf course has never seen before. If he can just game with wedges, that's all he needs to do. And again, people act like all he is bomb and gouge. He's one of the best putters on tour, man. Like, it's crazy. He's 5th right now in strokes gained putting. He was 9th last year. He's, without a doubt, statistically one of the best putters on tour. So you're putting that together on a course where you have to putt the ball well. And he's going to be able to gain strokes off the tee because he's done it. He's starting with, he's going to gain 6 strokes off the tee this week. Boom. Instantly now. Now, if he gains 4 putting, he just has to hit the ball close, and you have a winner. And his game right now is set up so well. I really love him here. Oh, Spartans, he was 2-1 at that British? I did not know that. That's crazy. That's wild. Secaucus Braves fan. When I growing up, Turner, TBS had every Braves game. I've been the Braves were my first love. I remember watching them in 91. I was like 5. I'm 35 now. I was watching them in 91 and a little kid. Then, they went worst to first. Twins ruined my 5th year of life. And so ever since then, man, because whenever I come home from school, I was the only child. And it was just my mom and I. And so she was always out, working or doing something. So I was by myself a lot. So I literally would just turn on Braves baseball and watch it. Because you got home from school. One time I fucked around and got home. It's 4 o'clock, 4:30, boom, Braves baseball every single day. And TBS would show, like 150 of the games, if not more, 140 of the games, something like that. So they were always on. And I live in like Giants and A's territory. So everyone is most people are Giants fans. Some A's fans, but I was always contrarian. Ever since I was a little kid, I never wanted to do what everyone else was doing. So Braves were my team, and they've always been. That's literally like my first love. Like I watch every Braves game. Like I'm missing a game right now. Well, they're over now, but yeah, I watch every game. But betting baseball's hard. Scares me about Bryson within the wedge. Yeah, but Spartans, here's the thing, man. And I agree with you. He needs to figure out the wedges. You know what he's going to do is figure out wedges. The dude he's checked every single box in his career up to this point, except obviously a major, which, it's only a matter of time. Let's be real. NCAA championship, U.S. amateur. He's got, 5 or 6 wins before 25? He's done everything. So, the idea that he can't fix a wedge game, he's going to be able to fix that. And once he does, it's fucking over. Because he's already the best driver and he's already one of the best putters. So think about when he fixes that wedge game. It's a wrap. He'll win. It's over. Even his win, he didn't hit the ball extremely well. He gained like 8 strokes putting. So think about a guy who can get it done in those kind of ways, man. Like, he's unbelievable. Oh, that's a Mexican baseball team hat? No shit. Oh, yeah, the national team. But this is Travis Matthews. But yeah, that is actually kind of dope. I didn't even think about that. That is their... I didn't even think about that. That's pretty funny. David Justice, baby. I love it. WCW. Dude, for life. No, I love WCW. I was a big into wrestling too, man. That shit was so fun. NWO. Well, dude, I used to love the NWO. That was the best time in wrestling because you had like Shawn Michaels, you had Stone Cold, and then you had WCW working their thing on the other side, and then The Rock came and it was fucking over. Like he was just like, we're done here. WWF all day, and then they bought everyone. But yeah, cool. All right, boys, thank you for coming in. We're gonna cut that. we went through all the 3-balls. We made a bunch of bets. Anyone who's still around, 3-ball bets, Hatton, Bryson, Homa, Bradley, Reeve, Day. Don't care about their prices. They'll be fine. You'll probably get better than me. DX, yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I got a poker tournament to go run. I'm going to throw this up on YouTube right now. So, again, always, any questions, anything, my DMs are always open. I do my best to get back to everyone. I appreciate the support. I'm out.